Welcome. My name is Abel Sanchez. Today we're going to address the question of the editor. In your professional life, as a software developer, you're going to spend a tremendous amount of time working with an editor. Which one you use turns out to have a tremendous impact on your productivity. What features and what tools it has do as well. So I'm going to call out some of the features that you should look for in an editor and talk about some of the common ones you see in the industry. I will then recommend that you try 2 or 3 of these for a few days and make a decision on what works best for you. So one of the first things you should consider is how easy is it to learn? What's the learning curve? If you go to the upper end, you'll have a lot of complexity and a lot of richness. However, to begin with, I would recommend you stick to a few of these core features I will describe. And to do that, let me go ahead and paste here a bit of code. As you can see, one of the first things you'll notice is that I get color or syntax highlighting. If you use the simple editor that comes packaged with your operating system, you do not get that. So here in this case, this language or this editor is providing support for this language. This is one of the features you should look for, syntax highlighting and support for the languages that you care for. In this case, you can see here there's a clear distinction between the script and the HTML. If I were to type down here, this does not get any syntax highlighting. Even if I do var person, this would not be recognized. Right? So this is simply recognizing, or this is recognizing the JavaScript block and is highlighting the syntax to make it easier for me to parse visually. Another thing you should note is that I have line numbers. This turns out to be pretty useful in calling out attention to a particular part of your code. Also, if your editor provides you with some intelligence, it would call out a particular line number, and so would the browser debugging suggestions. Another one is autocomplete. This turns out to be very helpful, both to avoid spelling mistakes and also to help you discover what is part of a particular object. So let's go ahead here and type person, and you can see that it's already giving me some of those properties. Again, this is pretty useful. Lastly, does the editor provide you with some intelligence? And here in this case, if I omit this bracket, you can see here that I get a little red dot from the editor suggesting to me that I've made a mistake. Also at the top on line 5, you can see here that the bracket is mismatched. So there's a question mark there saying, where is the end of your bracket? And so with that, I'd say look for some of these simple but useful core features within some of the basic editors. And I'll go ahead and post here onto this text file some of the common editors that you'll find in the industry. So at the top here I have 3 listed, and these are all free. The first one, Komodo, and brackets are cross-platform, so you'll find them on all operating systems. The last one is Windows only. And the bottom part is lists some of the other editors that are also very popular and that you'd have to pay for. All of them are not very expensive, but you do have to pay for them. Sublime Text is the one I'm using here. TextMate is also very popular. Text Wrangler is a very basic editor within the Mac operating system, and Edit Plus is used only on Windows. So take a look at those. These are some of the widely used editors. Try a couple or 3 of them and see how you feel, and make a decision on what feels more comfortable to you.